Okay. Um, Another video, which is what I'm gonna continuously do. I think that is my purpose and my duty to continuously make videos about what's happening to me, even though I understand that this is gonna be limited. Like I said, I can feel my, the voice cords being messed with. I'm having issues speaking, and when I speak, it's becoming harder and harder to say what I need to say. So let me just start with something that needs to be said all the time. I'm what you call a TI. I'm an individual who's targeted, and I'm a test subject. That's what we are as target individuals. We are test subjects that we are used as just subjects, almost like guinea pigs, for the developing of technology that are extremely advanced and sophisticated. And so we are going through the worst things ever for the purpose to continuously improve a technology at this point that's utilized for as a weapon, but can definitely be done for good things. Good things can come out of this. Those technology definitely derive from DARPA like entities. Um, Not only we get this extreme advanced technology implemented onto us, our way of thinking is manipulated, our memories are manipulated, our bodies are manipulated in so many diverse, disturbing ways, and also our bodies are just tormented, just like our mind, but with different type of, um, we have problems with, our bones, our organs, our muscles. There's so much with me going on. I definitely am not myself anymore, in a sense that not only mentally but physically, I'm I'm not healthy. I'm having problem digesting. I'm feeling, I don't know if it's my kidney, or I don't know which gland is, but something is really not functioning well. Sometimes my lungs can have some issues. Heartbeats, they can play with that. Sometimes the pulsing goes super fast. Sometimes slows down. So they do all these things to us, and this technology is extremely sophisticated. But it doesn't end there. They also surround us with people who are what you call perps, and their job is to try to kind of cover up the reality of what this is about, and they try to make you also accept this manipulation that you experience. They want you to be subscriptive and identifying to these manipulations, in the midst of trying to also present themselves as this like different kind. The psyops comes in all shape and forms, but it seems like none of them are like unique. Even though we don't all have the same psyops, some of us this like there's others who have the same psyops as you. It's just a bunch of like ways of trying to counter reality, in the sense that they try to make it seem like it's everything but a large government doing these things to us. And it's obviously, some of it is almost childish, like to even think that that psyop would ever make sense. But these people, this trash, these perps who trash us, wants to go into that fantasy, and they like act accordingly. For me, some of them are like childlike individuals. You know, as I'm being manipulated in these disturbing ways, I'm being told how I'm gonna be framed. Right? They tell me that I'm gonna be framed. Once I'm gonna be framed, I'm gonna be put in this jail where I'm gonna be tortured. They're gonna do this and that to me. They're gonna tattoo my forehead. They're gonna do like, I'm like, do everything, but please understand that I know the reality of what this is, because what these people do are the foulest things you can ever imagine. The torture that we experience as target individuals are disturbing, but it's not only what they do to us, but who they do it to. They do that to women. Actually, a high percentage of women, being like a high percentage of target individuals are women. I don't know if it's more than men, but it's a high percentage. I don't think that, you know, they will go more for women than men, but I think that Well, I know there's a lot high percentage of women, but my point is, there's a high percentage of women being tortured, in which they do this sexual torture. They use these rape tactics to torture men and women. So, but the psyop that I'm presented with is this like clown like retardations of like childlike individuals who are trying to present themselves as this like avengers of women, and do you did this and that to women and whatever. And I'm like, listen, this is coming from a group of people who are currently working for a program or contracted by a program that is currently doing some of the worst things to women that you can imagine. Till their distractions. Who knows how many have killed themselves from this, died in other ways. Either way, it's ongoing, and they're involved in that. So, for me to let them escape into like this deluded reality they put together to try to distort the reality that they're in a program that is out here doing some of the foulest things to women and even children. Actually, that was something I was going to say. The torture of children is the foulest things, and they're involved in that program. Now, it's funny how they try to distance themselves, because obviously testimonials are out there. People are saying what's happening to them, and a lot of them are women. They're saying this is happening to us. They're targeting our genitals in these disturbing ways. There's a lot of women involved in this program doing this thing to me. Right? They call it the reality is just there, as much as they try to act in a way that is going to be gaslighting in order to counter the reality. Like, I don't care, and for me, when I bring that up, it's not like I want to make them feel bad. I don't care if they feel bad about that. That's not, I just don't want them to escape in that psyop where they've created this fantasy somehow that these people are protecting and avenging women, when they're in a program that is doing some of the foulest things to the most vulnerable. So as they do these things to me, they're not going to escape. There's no escapism. And on top of that, torturing children, sexually torturing children. That's the trash that they are. Some of them, a lot of them involved in this program have children. Matter of fact, they use their own children to participate in this program in whatever fashion, knowing there are kids younger than their children being tortured in this program, which they participate in. So in every level you can look at them, they are truly the bottom feeders of earth. They are trash, low life nastiness, And so, matter of fact, they are telling me how they're gonna frame me, because there's gonna be some child or some kid or some whatever who's gonna say that I did something to her, or that's what they tell me. I don't know if it's for the anxiety purpose, but they're saying that they're gonna frame me. They're gonna make it seem like I had a conversation with her, that we've been talking, we met, and this and that stories they come up with, and they're gonna frame me in these ways. And so I'm waiting for the day that happens, right? And I hear this trash coming up. It's like, are you gonna go to jail for that? You're gonna frame me. And this piece of shit, I'm sorry, this trash, that trash ass target individuals, for me, in my case, the humiliation of reality that the people who put me in this program, now this program is completely ran by the government. I know this is governmental. I don't think it's some organizations on crime or no, this is very much connected to the government. But for me to end up in this program, somebody had to put me in this program. I was put in this program by an employer of mine, right? A employer of mine who's very connected with government. Once I'm put in this program, it's over. So I'm put in this program by this employer who happened to have donated a lot of money to somebody who's allegedly picking up 14-year-old kids when he was a 35-year-old assistant EA. And his name is Roy Moore, right? I bring that up a lot. I like to say that name a lot because apparently there's some kind of restriction for them to not say his name. I don't know what exactly, but every time I say his name in front of a perp, they just turn red. They get nervous, scared, It's like I said the name of some kind of demon, blasphemous demon. Like I shouldn't say that name because oh my gosh, it's gonna come and get us. Like they're scared of this person. It's like a scary like being that they shouldn't be saying. I should be saying. He's just a this alleged pedophile. And I will say in front of them, Roy Moore. They will say Rot Moore. They're all this like you see, reality. While you are here framing me, coming out of your low fantasy, reality is embarrassing you guys. Reality is embarrassing you guys. For me, they try to maintain the mysticfulness. Because listen, target individuals, please understand this is very much human technology. In a sense that it's amazing. It's so easy to think that this is like some spiritual beings doing that to us, and it's not. But with that being said, the level of sophistication is something that is just so hard to comprehend. For example, a lot of the things they say to me, I can hear that coming up like later on. So I know that this network is something that is global, and they obviously know what is going to be happening, or they can influence whatever is going to happen. The perps involved in there try to use that to try to make me look at them in these mysticful ways. But I don't. I understand. I've accepted the reality I'm in. They haven't, but I have. I understand that you, who don't know what is going to happen to you in 3 days from now, or what you're going to watch, or what 4 days from now, can tell me what I'm going to experience 6 months from now, 3 months from now. I understand that because you are involved in a program that is extremely sophisticated, that completely surround the target individual. But you can tell me when I'm dying. Matter of fact, you can be watching me die, but you have no idea when you're gonna die, how you're gonna die, what you're gonna eat before you die, nothing. So I understand that and I appreciate that a lot. And they detest that because they want me to look at them in a mystical ways. And because I'm a target individual who not only get the gang stalking, the V2K, but synthetic telepathy, they try to counter this. Keep dying. It's like they want me to be like, no, see us in this being. It's like you're just trash. You're just the bottom feeders. Some of them have died while watching me die. I know the reality of what these people are. They're gonna get there. So they're even scared to think about even their mortality because they can't control none of that. While me, they see all the horrible things I'm going to experience, not knowing what horrible things they're going to experience. That's the what I can say is very spiritual about this. And they want you to see them in these mystical beings. Like you're just trash. Matter of fact, I'm sure if I was one of these people who were wanting to be aggressive and end up like doing something like killing, they will let that happen for the sole purpose of this continuous developing of this technology. What I'm trying to say is this trash are nothing to these governmental entities. They are trying to make themselves grander than what they really are. They are just trash the government uses to implement this technology onto us, but they are just nothingness. But this technology that they are involved with, oh my gosh, target individuals, this is amazing and disturbing, but I mean, it's amazing in the sense of the capability, not amazing as in the things they do to us. It does so much. It does so much it can do so much. Unfortunately for us, target individual, it's all disturbing things. For me, they do this pedophilia type of torture. Disgusting. They make you experience nasty reaction toward children, and they want you to identify with this. It's always what they try to do. It's done in a way that's conditioned, training your brain, and manipulate your brain into disgusting ways. And so I'm not subscribing to that. I'm not identifying, and they try to do everything. It's like, no, what we're doing is we're mapping to what you would experience when you were a kid. And then they try to even talk about a moment of me being in the eighth grade doing something stupid to myself as a child and be like, no, you see, that's how you were thinking then. It's like, no, I was not thinking like that, but you can make me think that I was thinking that way. Because what they do is manipulate not only your current experience, but your memories are being manipulated too. And then they're like, okay, but either way, you're gonna pay for what you did when you were a kid in eighth grade. I'm like, I'm talking to people who are literally sexually torturing children. And not only sexually torturing them, but also torturing them in other ways, making them sick and ill in different ways, suffocating them, all kind of horrible thing you can imagine, to children as young as 3 weeks old. This is who I'm talking to. And I don't have to exaggerate what I'm saying. I'm saying exactly what the mothers or even the teachers or whoever was around those children have seen this kid's experience. So I understand and see them for the trash that they are. My death at this point is dignified, in the sense that I'm so thankful that I didn't have to block this reality. I don't have to come up with this fantasy where I delude myself that somehow I'm, in this program that is killing and frying and doing horrible things to even babies. Somehow we are different, but because this is like they come up with this like fantasy and they think I'm going to subscribe to it. Obviously they do that to in order to make me subscribe to their fantasy, this little like psyop. It's like, no, you work for this government entity, you torture women and children. Yes, and when I mean you, I mean this program is doing that, and you are working for this program. You alone cannot do nothing. You're nothing. You don't even know. You tell me about all the horrible things I'm going to experience, not knowing when your day comes. People have killed themselves involved in my torture. They saw how I was going to die. They had an idea how horrible my life was, not knowing that they were going to die before my day comes. That's the reality they try to cultivate. But that's magical too. To me, that's spiritual. Let them be gods when they're just to trash the government uses. Let them waste their time watching me die, as they like to say, because things are happening to my organs. Please do that. What a great way to just live life. A cowardly way. First of all, they're not being seen and they just whisper. It's like, they're gonna catch you. And they cut me because this technology can do things surgically, remotely. I'm like, please continue to do that. I'm not praying for you to stop this. I'm praying for you to continue to live life like this. What do you think people that do what you do? Life is limited for all of us, not just target individual. These perps dedicate so much of their life doing this thing, and I'm so happy for them. And I mean that in the most mean-spirited way possible, because I don't think that these people should be going and live life, enjoy their life, and do things that are dignified and honorable. I want them to be the trash that they are, trashing people before they die. I don't want them to have some self-respect. I want themselves to, and they, to counter that, they tell me, they try to be fierce. It's like, oh, you're gonna be tortured, you're gonna be tattooed. They're gonna do. It's like, listen, that's not gonna change anything in your life at all. They can torture me, kill me, revive me, re-torture me. That is still better than having to live the life that this trash lives. They are here making themselves gimmicky, sounding a certain way to torture you. It's like, listen, yes, stop making yourself talk like that. You're a grown person. Stop. This is not a movie. This is real life. I know how much of a bottom feeder you are too. You're the nobody here. I can say Roy Moore, you're gonna be like Rat Moore or something like that. Yes, I'm ratting because you're torturing my organs. You can say Roy Moore because these government entities who runs this program have put some restriction for your trash as your bottom feeder. You're just a trash. You're killing somebody who's already been. You're nothing, and in a program that does some horrible things to the most vulnerable. That's why your co-workers can be children. What does he say? That they need the top, the creme de la creme. Listen to this trash talking. As I'm saying that, they're opening the door and saying whatever they can to disorient me. It is, that was, it is. They use these childlike people, in my case at least, to go through the scripts. The scripts are like tactics to confuse you and disorient you. This is like a thing the CIA have come up with, which awkwardly enough, these governmental entities that are running this program, which I call it again spiritually, I guess magically, happen to have a lot of pedophilia, pedophiles in this agency. I mean, it's a problem. So these people have been humiliated by the fact that they can't even say the name of this alleged pedophile. The entities contracting this trash, because these are just the bottom feeders, are filled with pedophiles. And they do these tactics of pedophilia type of torture that are mentioned by others. As I'm saying that, they're stimulating me right now because I'm hearing this childlike voice. It's like, which is even more disturbingly pedophilia centric. And they're forcing me to get stimulation hearing this childlike individual talking to me. For me, I'm scared that one of these childlike persons gonna come around me. They're gonna try to play this little gimme thing, and I'm gonna say something so bad. I'm gonna say something. I've been humiliating these kids. I'm gonna say something so bad that they're gonna. It's not gonna be fun, and hopefully it's just something I say, because they try to come to me and just like, what this will. I'm like, just don't fucking touch me. I'm gonna humiliate these bottom feeders and their children. In every ways, I've been doing everything possible to make obvious what they do, and I have a body cam. So wherever I go and they try to do their things, and it's funny in my mind how they try to create a new narrative of reality. It's okay. I have a body camera for the sole purpose of that. So as they try to come up with their fantasy, look reality. Look. I'm not gonna let them live the fantasy. In my brain, they try to come up with these narrations. They have the ability to implant narrations in your brain that are just like created. Imaginations with these technologies, this technology is something they can create, and that's what this thing is super advanced. They try to bring up a moment. So I take the train, and oh my gosh, every time I go there, it's just like it's always it's so disturbing. They send all these kids. The kids want to be seen. This like so disturbing, and so there's an elevator that takes us up, and I wait till the elevator is always empty, but it can never work because the trains comes all the time. And I remember getting in the elevator thinking there was nobody going to be in it. I go in, I have my camera there, and I realize we're going downstairs, so we're going to pick a bunch of people. I close my eyes. I know there's a bunch of kids and teenagers that wants to be seen. I'm like, I literally have my eyes closed. The elevator opens up. It's like I gotta go, so I have to open my eyes and try, and I keep a slight glimpse of my eyes open. The reason why I do that is because they have the ability to manipulate your perceptions, right? They can make you look at somebody and start perceiving them in a sexual way, and they do that toward children. And I make it so obvious that it's manipulated that I close my eyes. So if I get perceptional stimulations, like look how obvious this is manipulations. So I open my eyes a little bit, and I see like this teenager just walking, and she's like, they have this little way to try. They try to be like adults. Like I think in their mind they think that's how like a woman is walking. They have this like weird walk, and it's like, oh gosh, and I'm like, oh gosh, she's walking in front of me. So I slow down. I don't want, because she wants to stay in front of me. So I slow down, hoping somebody can come in front, and somebody comes, and because there's people behind me, I just like move away like a little bit. Somebody just kind of bump me a little bit and walk in front of me. I'm like, okay, that's better. As I'm walking in front of, I'm like, okay, thank God this is a guy. They can't mess with me. I'm feeling better. And the way they try to create the stories now is in the way my imagination can be played with. And this is a kind of the description of how they can play with my imaginations. They make me imagine a moment differently, where I was just following this person, this kid that was like walking in this like weird way, and this guy just bumped me and just walked in front of me, and they don't leave off reality. They come up with like stories that are just like created. That is the world they're in. It's against reality. They are delusional trash. And I have that. They will say that, no shame. I have that. I have my camera. I literally have a camera on me. So you can see me just like slowly walking on the side. Somebody walk past me and then that's that. They're delusional. Sorry, they're not delusional. They are gaslighting to the point that even, gaslighting is that when this person who's trying to gaslight you, even if there's like, here I have video recording of what you're trying to, they'll be like, no, that's not true. No, I'm not even seeing that. I'm not saying that now. You can be like, here, see the video. It's like, no, not true. So they try to do this with me. I'm like, I'm not. It's like, you guys are just clowns. I see you for what you guys are. I'm never gonna let you live your fantasy. Now live your delusional. Hey, on camera, talk to me. I'll put that on the video too. I will never let them live their fantasy. Never. And I'm just so thankful that I didn't have to make myself this retarded in order to gaslight somebody. Thank God this level of self-disrespect is humiliating. That's why they like to use childlike individuals for me. I noticed that. It's so self-disrespectful. How can you humiliate yourself to that level? I'd rather die. Target individuals stay strong. Know that justice will be done for the nasty things they do to us. They've deluded themselves so much in order to block out the reality of what they're in. But that's their job. They didn't hire them for their self-respect. Matter of fact, when they do this, no self-respect. You're gonna be a retarded human beings while utilizing the most sophisticated technology you can imagine. And that's why you have some of your colleagues who are almost children. So to all my target individuals, stay strong and know that justice will be done for the nastiness they do to us. As they frame you, as they do all these things to you, don't worry. They don't know where they come. That's the magical aspect of this, the spiritual aspect of things. So stay strong.